What is up, guys? So it is currently Sunday, August 30th, and today I decided it'd be a great day since I've got a lot of mowing to do to take you along and show you guys what my SAE project is. So I mow, and I've already loaded everything into the back of my truck, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to show you guys what I do for my SAE project. SAE, can't pronounce anything, but show you what I do for my SAE project and kind of give you guys some ideas, and maybe you enjoy this, or just kind of show you what SAE projects are all about and what you can do with them. Like I said, I'm starting off the day. It's currently 11:30 in the morning. Would have liked to start a little earlier, but I had a few things that I was doing this morning. Yeah, so I'm on to, this will be, I think I have about 5 or 6 yards that I got to do today. Take about an hour each, about 40 minutes to an hour. So yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but I mean, this is what you do, especially since I'm busy during the week. Can just mow on weekends. So let's head off to the first yard. Okay, so I'm at my first yard. It's a dentist office that I mow for here in town, and before I get started, I kind of just want to explain to you guys how I kind of got started with my SAE project. So, started back when I was in 7th grade. One of my dad's clients needed one of their yards mowed, and at the time I had nothing I was doing, no job, and he offered me, and I started off with that yard. I still mow that yard to this day, and from there, I believe I got one more that year, and then going into 8th grade, I picked up this yard that I'm mowing right now, the dentist office, and I believe I picked up one more yard. So in middle school I had about 4 yards. This is before I was involved in FFA. And then going into freshman year of high school, so I talked to my advisor. I already knew this was going to be my SAE project. I had done this for a while, and I picked up, how many? I think I picked up 2 more yards. So from that point, my freshman year of high school, I had maybe 6 yards. My sophomore year came around, which was this past school year, and things really started picking up for me. I believe at the high point of this past year, I had 13 yards that I was doing, but then of course COVID-19 came around, and that actually helped me. So instead of having to go to school and mowing like 1 yard every afternoon after school, I can mow all day. It also helped because I'm super involved in baseball. That's my main sport. That's one of my passions. I wouldn't have been able to mow. I would have had to mow on weekends, and I don't think I would have been able to keep up with it. So COVID-19 definitely helped with a lot of this stuff. But going into now, the fall of my junior year, I currently have, I believe, 10 yards. I mow almost every single one of them every week. I think there's 3 that I mow every other week. But yeah, so that's kind of how I got started with it. With football, I'm having them on the weekends. That's why I'm taking you guys along with me right now, because it's a Sunday and I'm having to mow. It rained all day yesterday on Saturday. So got done with this yard. Now on to the next one. Okay, I'm at my second yard that I'm mowing, and now I kind of want to talk about, like, so what can you guys do as SAEs? Because I know that's a big question, especially in my chapter, like figuring out what kind of SAEs you can do and what all counts as an SAE. An SAE, if you don't know, is a supervised agricultural experience. And it's part of the 3 pillars of the agricultural education. You can do a variety of things, like let's say you work in a grocery store, that counts as one. Let's say, like me, you work in landscaping, that counts as one. Anything that has to do with agriculture. So there's different ones. There's the ownership, placement, science and research, and I can't remember the last one. I'll put it right here. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But you can do a lot of stuff as your SAE. So for me, mine is ownership, since I own and run this business. And basically you fill out a record book and do whatever, but there's a lot of things you guys can do. You can find some you're interested in, talk to an advisor, or heck, even if you need help, you can drop a comment down below and I'll get to it if you guys need help in that aspect. But always go to your advisor first. Your advisor will always have tons of ideas on what you can do. You can also ask other members and whatever. Just research and find something that you're passionate about. Yard number 2 of the day is done. That one took me about 25 minutes, so that was pretty good. A little ahead of schedule, but yeah. Grass is a little dead still, but that's come to expect with like 2 weeks and no rain. So, on to the next one. So I'm at yard number 3, and at this one I kind of want to talk about why you even need an SAE. Because I know a lot of kids, especially that within my chapter that I've kind of talked to, are like, yeah, I really like FFA, and I just don't understand the importance of SAEs. That's something that, like, my chapter, especially as an officer this year, and hopefully next year that I'm going to push, is pushing SAE projects. Because it's a super important thing. Not only within FFA, as within FFA, you needed to get your state degree, you needed to get an American degree, you can apply for state proficiency award, you can apply for different awards with it. But within like job experience and like life experience, you need one because it'll teach you the skills necessary to get a job in real life. So let's say yours is a placement where you go work for somebody. Well, that's job experience right off the bat, like boom, right there in high school. You got job experience, that's something you can put down on resumes, that's just experience you're gonna go into the real life with after high school and after college. But let's say you're like an ownership like mine. That's running a business experience. That's different experience that you'll need. Let's say if you want to run a business when you're older, or money management, as you have to fill out your record books. I have to fill out all my expenses, keep my receipts. All that helps you with checkbooks and filling out your receipts for debit or credit cards, whatever it is. It's just super important within that aspect. It's also, like I mentioned earlier, part of the 3 main aspects of the agricultural education, which is classroom, SAE, and FFA. So, yeah, if you want the full agricultural experience, especially if you're an FFA and want to be majorly involved in FFA, you need to make sure you've got a good SAE project. Now it's time for yard number 3. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Now that I look at it, doesn't look like there's much of a difference besides like cutting the leaves. I mean, then again, grass didn't grow a lot during drought, like I mentioned earlier. I mean, on to the next one. It's currently 4 o'clock, and I had to stop and get something to eat. I haven't eaten all day. Yeah, I'm going to my 5th yard after this, and I had one of my yards text me and cancel on me, say, hey, just come back next week. All the grass is just brown, doesn't need mowing. So, yeah, I didn't film anything in my last yard just because it was super quick, and yeah, that's basically how my day goes. Sometimes I'll go and mow yards, sometimes I won't. Sometimes it just depends on the client and what they want. And yeah, so see you at the next yard. Boom, I started at 11:30 this morning and I am done. It is currently like 6:11 in the afternoon or at night, whatever you want to say, evening. And yeah, that's practically what I do for my SAE. Pretty much what my project entails is mowing all day. And yeah, just getting out there. Now, I mean, I may show a little bit of like the record books and receipts and all that stuff, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys want more or want to see more content relating to FFA and just kind of my journey through FFA, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment. Love to know what you think. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.